They've changed how I think. I think they'll change how you think. These are expressions worth memorizing, worth using, and most importantly, worth applying every day. I don't speak Latin. I can barely pronounce the words, but anyone who reads ancient history finds these wonderful, beautiful little epigrammatic sentences in the text that jump out at you and you go, what could that mean? I want to Google that. I've always loved collecting these sort of great Latin sayings, wisdom from emperors, from slaves, from philosophers, from generals, wisdom that we don't know who said it, but thousands of years later, it still rings true. I'm Ryan Holiday. I'm the author of 11 books about ancient philosophy. What gets me up out of bed in the morning is taking ancient ideas and applying them to modern life. I'm the founder of Daily Stoic, which sends out the largest philosophical newsletter in the world. In today's video, I want to talk to you about some brilliant Latin expressions that, if you remember them, will change your life. The first one is Festina Lente, which actually comes to us from the Emperor Augustus, and it means make haste slowly. In the military, they have this great expression that slow is smooth and smooth is fast, meaning that if you try to rush stuff, you mess it up. When you mess it up, you have to do it twice, or you have to do it again and again and again. You don't do it right. And so doing it slowly, but doing it correctly is actually the fastest way to get there. So people are always in a hurry, but then they end up having to double back. And I think as the emperor, he was saying, look, let's slow down. Let's think this through. Let's do it right. And then we'll not only not have to do it again, but we'll actually get there faster and in better shape than if we cut corners along the way. The next one I like is Facis, which basically says, do it if you're gonna do it. It's like the Nike slogan, just do it. Don't put it off till tomorrow. Don't wait, don't overthink it. Don't talk about it, don't brag about it. Don't tell people what you're gonna do, what you're planning to do. Just fucking do it. It's the only way forward. You gotta do it. And as I try to remind myself, do it now. It'll be easier if you do it now, you get it over with, than if you put it off. It's like when you put stuff off, it's like you're putting it on a credit card. There's interest attached. So you still have to pay the bill. It's just more later on. So do it if you're gonna do it. The next one I love is Fatum Ingenium est. Basically, character is fate. You wanna know how someone's gonna behave. You wanna know what's gonna happen. You wanna know about yourself. Well, character is the answer. There's a great expression also when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. That's what I think this quote is. People of bad character or people with sort of certain locked in personality traits, it's like clockwork. You can always predict how it's gonna go, what they're gonna do. So all the things you want in life, it starts with character. And this is true definitely for your kids. We spend time trying to get our kids all these advantages, trying to get them in the best programs. Think about all the parents who cheated their kids into college in the college admissions scandal, when really they should have focused on character, developing character. That's the ultimate predictor of how those kids are going to turn out. Character is fate. I've never found that not to be true. And this is my favorite one. It comes to us from Nietzsche, Amor, Fati, that translates in Latin to a love of fate. He says, not merely to bear what is necessary, not even endure it. He says, but to love it, to become great because of it, right? To say this was chosen for me. The reason I have fire on this coin, I was introduced to the idea of Amor Fati from my mentor, Robert Greene. Marcus Aurelius says, what you heap on top of a fire, it turns into flame and brightness, right? And so I think Nietzsche, though he wasn't the biggest fan of the Stoics, defines this really core Stoic idea, which is that we use what happens to us, we become better for what's happened to us. That's what Amor Fati is about. And then the last one, I think this is the most powerful. This is the idea of Memento Mori, which just translates to remember you will die. Marcus Aurelius says you could leave life right now, let that determine what you do and say and think. Seneca says it even better. He says, don't think of death as something in the future. Think of death as something that's happening right now. You're dying every minute. It's just the time that passes belongs to death. Thinking of death constantly, I know it can be morbid, it can be intimidating. It seems like exactly what you don't want to be thinking about, but in fact, I find that it gives clarity, it gives purpose, it puts everything in perspective. You can't waste time. You don't work on things that don't matter. Don't hold on to grudges. Don't take people for granted. You could die at any moment. You could go at any moment. Live accordingly. Do the things you're doing as if they matter. And what about the things that don't matter? Stop fucking doing them because life is too short. That's what Memento Mori is about. I carry this coin with me. I fiddle with it in my pocket all the time. So those are 5 Latin expressions. They've changed how I think. I think they'll change how you think. I try to think of them once a day. I have them written on my desk. I carry them in these coins. I try to use them in my writing. These are expressions worth memorizing, worth using, and most importantly, worth applying every day. Hey, it's Ryan Holiday. Thank you so much for watching our videos. Every day I send out an email inspired by the best Stoic wisdom, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, all designed to help you live a better life. That's what I'm trying to do. The email takes 5 minutes to read. Over 300,000 people get it. That's the largest community of Stoics ever in the history of the world. I'd love to have you check it out. Totally free, unsubscribe whenever you want, but I think you'll like it. Sign up at dailystoic.com/email.